Wow, I was wondering when this was going to happen. Because you can't make a deal like this and not realize that, yeah, it's violating some laws here. And if you have not realized what this is and you've clicked on, you're wondering what the hell is going on. Well, first, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for clicking on, because I know we've been having some, not only me, a lot of YouTubers have been having issues on viewership on there, and I think that someone's backing up on us on here, and we can't focus in on who, what, where, when, and how. But the important part is, please share this video out. Very important, and hit that subscribe if you haven't done it yet, and hit that like. But what we found out is basically there was a deal, and we reported it here on Man with the Show. So, and we warned you prior to this as well. Sony purchase of Crunchyroll is in jeopardy as U.S. Justice Department extends its antitrust probe.
I fucking knew it! Oh! You serious?
Yes, folks, that's right. Looks like the deal is on hold for now. It should have been completed by now, but looks like the Justice Department has put the brakes on this deal. And now most of you might say, oh, come on, Disney's been doing this and that. They got Fox and all that. Yeah, I can understand Disney's building up on there, and yeah, there are some issues on there, but you notice they didn't get the whole Fox division. They only got a partial. They didn't get the news. They didn't get the sports. They only got the library and the broadcast stuff. And yeah, there are some issues on that too as well, and that should have been investigated as well. But this runs a little different. Runs much different than what people are telling you. We're going to read this off of Bounding into Comics. It's always a good source for fandom, censorship. Always a good place to see, to get a good story out of the internet right now. Sony acquisition of Crunchyroll has hit a major roadblock as the sale of the anime streaming service is now facing increased scrutiny by the U.S. Justice Department. AT&T's sale of Crunchyroll to Sony-owned Funimation's Global Group LLC was the first confirmed last December, both companies announcing at the time that the anime streaming service has been sold for a total of $1.175 billion US. However, according to a report from The Information, which, remember, most people say, well, who's The Information? These are the guys who broke the original story of the sale, that this was coming a long time ago. 3 sources who spoke to the technology news site confirmed that the Department of Justice had extended their probe of the sale's possibly antitrust violations, which could delay the sale by several months and potentially killing it. Tubi TV, if you hear us now. As noted by the sources, the probe seeks to determine if the deal would give Sony dominance in the anime streaming market. The Department of Justice fears and are well-founded. Since 2015, Sony has bought up several international distributor streamers, including Wakaim in France, Madman Anime, not us, Australia, New Zealand, Manga Entertainment UK, and Funimation's USA. Currently, Crunchyroll stands as the only noteworthy competitor to Sony's animation service in America. Netflix is coming up, and HiDive. Through HiDive services in America. Though HiDive, whose exclusive services includes Redo the Healer, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, and some classics also, has seen a surge in popularity and market share in the recent years. Sentai Filmworks' fledgling anime service has a long way to go before it can stand next to Crunchyroll and Funimation's. Sony has allegedly asked the Department of Justice to consider anime to be in the same category as other adult anime series. This will allow the company to classify Disney Plus or Hulu, who hosts the adult series, as The Simpsons, Family Guy, as competitors. No, doesn't fall in that same category. If their request is granted, Sony could argue that since these other services host adult AIM animation, their purchase of Crunchyroll would not present a monopoly within the industry. Now, understand this, and here's where this is different. Those of you who are fans of Attack on Titan, do you know when they finished the deal? They finished the deal on Funimation's within weeks before it aired. Normally, on any program, any new show or stuff like that, it takes months or sometimes a year or two to argue the disputes of different companies wanting the rights to this. And you see arguments and fights. Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus, they all go through negotiations with a lot of other companies and vice versa within each other. In the case of Funimation's, there's really no one that can really compete to them other than Crunchyroll to bring in anime, because most of these guys, they own a lot of the dubbing houses as well. A lot of the dubbing houses, there are some independent out there, but they have control of most of the dubbing houses in this industry. And when you come to Funimation's, when they do an English dub, who's mostly doing those dubs? And it's always that same old long list, or as I would say, the long list of Vic Mignogna haters. Which is the truth. I mean, you see most of these people that you see with the Vic Mignogna case, those who are involved on it, are the same people who work on these. There are others in this industry, and there's plenty of other voice actors that are in this business that don't get used as often. And if you go by Netflix, you'll see most of them working with Netflix now, and High Dive, and Sentai, and a couple of other little small companies that are out there that basically don't get the time of day when it comes to this. And you might say, well, Hulu's included on there. Yeah, if you go to Hulu and say, for example, My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is available on Funimation. And it's available on Hulu. And you say, oh, that's great. You can see it somewhere else. Yeah, but guess whose title card is on there besides Toho? Yeah, Funimation's. It's an advertisement. Funimation's is right up on there because basically they're dealing with it. If you're buying a DVD from this or Blu-ray from this show, is it coming from Toho, Toei, stuff like that? If you go direct to them, yeah. But when you come to North America region, the stuff that's on Funimation comes out of Funimation. That's why there's not a really good edition of Dragon Ball out there. I mean, actually, there is one, but basically they won't put that out again. Most of the dubs and the DVDs on there. I mean, we just had a problem. I just bought recently the Akira or Akira, or however you want to put it, Blu-ray. And you say to yourself, well, isn't that 4K? Why didn't you buy it in 4K? Because there were issues on the 4K. There were major issues on the 4K. To the point where they had to basically, I believe one disc had to be replaced on the 4K, and that was due to the fault of Funimation. And this goes to show you, and this is not the only thing. There have been many different products that have had their issues, whether it is the transfer, basically the product that is involved with it, how the quality of the product, where figurines and stuff like that that's sold through Funimations, or basically the dub itself. We've heard situations, Dragon Maid, a couple of others, that basically the script has been changed and they've thrown woke thought into these episodes. I mean, some dating back that are old episodes, and they try to throw their political jargon into this. And we know it's the same people that all the time that basically are criticizing certain people on the internet, and those involved in the Vic Mignogna case as well. This goes to show you that because you think that, oh yeah, it's adult animation, Family Guy, it's all the same. No, it's not. What they're trying to say is that, hey, we're making money, we're cheating the fans, and we're making lots of money. Because they know anime and manga right now is making so much money. You're seeing this from Demon Slayer on. You're seeing so many animes that are coming out now. You got a Godzilla one that's coming out now. You got Way of the House Husband, Mushoku Tensei, which is doing fantastically. And you got so many others that are out there that basically are making money. Demon Slayer and Neon Genesis Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 was scoring big at the box office. We expect Demon Slayer to come here very soon in April. It's getting an R rating, obviously. We have another show talking about that. But yet, it's probably going to make money here at the box office. It's coming straight to the box office before it hits digital download in June. I think that's when we expected to get that. And we're getting a season 2 sometime this year. And you got to remember the other half of it is that Sony has been known to censor their stuff on PlayStation. They've withdrew most of their company out of Japan and given the big middle finger to the Japanese gamers out there, which that's one of the countries that helped build Sony. Sony was a Japanese company. Now they've moved in with the likes of Silicon Valley. Now they're on the West Coast in California, and you already see what they're doing from the gamers. There are people that are just really upset on how Sony is managing the gaming end of it. And now you're going to give them another anime streaming site to add on to it to gain massive control over the anime streaming sites. This is why Netflix is out there with feelers, making deals with Toei, Toho, and all these companies. This is why Toei, Toho, and a dozen other companies has their own YouTube site now. They are trying to compete the situation. They're trying to build into this country. They know the North American market is big. They know it is a good chunk of it. And it's not only from here, it's Canada also, all the way down to South America as well. This part of the world, the West, they know money. There's a lot of money here because there are a lot of fans here. There have been fans here since I was a kid, growing up in the 70s and 80s. Anime was underground at one point. We didn't have streaming sites. We didn't have the internet like this. We either watched it on Nippon television when we were able to, or we had to go out and freaking get it from bootleggers, believe it or not. We had to go down to Chinatown to buy them. Because it wasn't available. We couldn't see these things on American television. And now that it is here, someone sees that they were able to make a lot of money and no competition at all, is try to take it all over. We mentioned in another video that Tubi TV, who's now owned by Rupert Murdoch, has made a major deal with Toei to bring stuff like Slam Dunk, Dr. Slump, which is first time in the U.S., really. First time, really, in the U.S., Dr. Slump. The precursor before Dragon Ball by Akira Toriyama will be able to get. Funimations is not getting it. It's going to Tubi TV. One Piece, tons of movies that are in fact available right now, and a couple of others that are coming to Tubi TV. Tubi TV is building. They're trying to build their own studio there. Now, I don't know if they're going to go in the anime way. I think they may. Rupert Murdoch is a smart man when it comes to business. No matter what you think of him, he is a businessman through and through. He's going to know what it is. I would love to see an anime company out of Tubi. Netflix is almost there. Netflix is getting there. They've been at it the longest. You know, HBO Max gonna be way behind. Peacock way behind. Hulu, they're getting their scraps, most of their scraps from Funimations. Even though they do get some others that are independent on there. But most of their stuff, if you notice, it's touted toward Funimations. So they're buying it off Funimations. They're not going direct. Remember, Hulu is part of Disney. Disney cares their bottom line is they don't really care too much about what's going on in Japan. They care about the animation that they make in their own household. So let's hope this doesn't go through. I'm really into that this does not go through. So if you've made it to this part of the video, thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much. Hit that subscribe, like, share this video, hit that notification bell, let you know when new episodes of Man with the Show air here on Cuticast TV. Once again, thank you very much, and we'll see you on the rebound. And hey, don't forget, comment below and let us know. I want to hear what you have to say about this. Thank you again. Bye-bye now.